M0FXB, who saw this one coming? The new Icom IC-7300 Mark II with an external HDMI connector for a nice big screen. Also CW decode. There's an Ethernet connection. You can now use the RSBA1 using Wi-Fi once you've got this radio connected to your PC. They've added a USB-C connection with dual connectivity, so you can run logging software and say WSJTX at the same time. Also 2 extra receive antennas, and they've got this new system of receive noise filtering. Looks fantastic. The whole thing is designed to stay cooler for longer, for extended use. So let's have a closer look at the brochure. If you've got a 7300, I'm not saying go out and quickly buy one of these, but as the years roll by, they bring out newer models, and this is the newer version of the 7300, which is the best-selling radio of all time. So let's have a look at the brochure. Let's just scroll through. So pre-release information, 7300 Mark II new, HF evolved. Now it doesn't have VHF, UHF. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with the 705, if they're going to give us that extra module so we can turn it into 100 watts like Yaesu have decided to do, which does work. You can see very clear there that CW decode, I believe it already decoded RTTY. Scrolling down, improved RMDR and phase noise characteristics, lower heat generation, lower power consumption, HDMI port, RX antenna in and out, built-in CW decoder, simplified RSBA1. If you're not familiar with that, it's a program you can use on Windows that can completely controls the radio, every single function on the radio, and it will allow you to do that anywhere in the world, and your radio can be at home and you can turn your radio on and off. So it's got a good reputation. It's like anything, takes learning. Enhanced RMDR performance, lower heat generation, just some nice images there of that. The new HDMI, which people did say from day one, please add HDMI, and so that's basic, and that sort of brings it in line with the Yaesu FT710. CW decoder, USB-C dual, they call it dual com, and it does include audio, so it's going to be a lot easier with FT8. If you look on the rear there, you can see the 2 extra receive, they look like SMA to me. And then you've got your amplifier connections. There's the USB-C, Ethernet, and HDMI. Only 1 antenna connection. So I see what they've done. They've gone for the dual, the receive antennas, but only 1 for the transmit antenna, as far as I can see, ground terminal and the usual square power socket. So yeah, that's a shame. Let me just see what it says. Just seeing what it says specifically about those receive antennas. At the top there, it looks like you've got your antenna tuner connector. So that's that brochure. Now there's another brochure we've got here as well. Let's have a look. And of course, big thanks to Yaesu for releasing and developing their excellent radios. So I'll just again read through. We're looking at HF50 and 70. And it really does look like it's the same case. It really does, apart from that blue button. Improved RMDR phase noise characteristics. Yeah, there's bound to be, because I'll probably get 200 messages saying, can you unlock it? I've never known a radio that you can't unlock, to be honest. Or expand its frequency range. You've got the USA version, the EU version. HDMI, excellent. Receive antenna, here it is. The receive antenna in-out connectors enable you to take advantage of antenna characteristics for optimal reception, such as avoiding interference, and QRN, external bandpass filters, preamps can also be connected. So it sort of like becomes more of a mini 7610 when you get the external connector and the CW decode. USB-C provides USB port with dual virtual COM ports and audio in out. You can use 2 applications simultaneous, such as FT8 login contest software, with just 1 USB-C. Yeah, it's good. And it supports 70 megs in Europe and 5 megs. So there is a video that's been released as well. So I recommend you go and check that one out as well. Just flicking through. It's pretty much saying the same thing. We've got some interesting photos. There's your SMA connector. And what's that block there? External BPF connectors. Is that a band pass filter, I would say? Improved DNR, energy saving. So big thanks to Icom. And who knows what else is in the pipeline. And as we've seen historically, you know, radios change, radios evolve, but the 7300 is so good that you know, they've released an identical radio, and that really does say a lot. And they've listened to the users, because you know, we've been asking for, let's have a little zoom in and then we'll end. You know, we've been asking for HDMI out for a long time, and people do want CW decode. And the Ethernet out, I mean, they've got that on the 9700. We've got it on the 7610. It just makes sense. The technology is already there. So if you look, I'm sort of looking at my 7300, and I cannot see a difference. Literally cannot see a difference. Now, I would guess that they've improved the screen, hopefully. Yeah, all the buttons, the M pad, the up and down arrow, split, RIT, all the buttons on the top right, XFC button. It's all there. Menu, still got your SD card slot at the front, phones at the front, round pin, microphone connector, multi button. I mean, it's a beautiful radio, and the nice thing is this will probably give you the ability to buy a used one. You know, a used 7300, the first version, and so that hopefully, and but yeah, of course, it's always nice to have the latest equipment, and this is because people are still buying the 7300s. They're still buying them now all the time, and I use my 710 and my 7300 a lot, and you know, this is my personal preference. I prefer using the 7300. I just find the screen, although it's probably the same size, it actually feels bigger. I don't even know why. And then that waterfall, I mean, Yaesu have always played, and I'm not being insulting to Yaesu, but they've always played catch up with the waterfall, and they've added with the new FTX1 the averaging that you're seeing, but it's still, I still use them both, and I'm still I still lean towards the 7300, but I do not recommend that. I'm just telling you what Andreas M0FXB likes. Thank you to all of the suppliers, Kenwood, Yaesu, Icom, and all the other names, Zygu. And this is welcome, because if they can improve, because people are still buying these every day anyway, if they can give someone a better model, price-wise, my guess, they can't really go much higher than the 7300, I would say. So my guess is £1,400 thereabouts, £1,500. If they jump like they have done with some other models, then we'll see. But the reason it jumped with the FTX1 is because they have included 2 meters 70 and GPS, and I'm definitely not seeing GPS on this. It would have been nice if they could have, well, maybe you could do that with the RSBA1, because I would say that that's doable once it's connected to your PC. That probably could. I know you can add an Ethernet cable or a cable to the IC-7100, and that brings in GPS. So, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not seeing any obvious talk of GPS at the moment. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now. Hit the like and subscribe.